aspirant. I am Indumari Karthikeyan from Incar IAS Academy. Today we are going to discuss about the 10th February current affairs. The topic taken from the Delhi edition. The topic is Ladki Bahin Yojana. This topic comes under our GS2 welfare schemes for vulnerable section of the population by the center and state and the performance of these schemes. This topic we are going to discuss about the what is the scheme and what are the arguments favors of the scheme and argument against of the scheme and what are the misusal and what are the recommendations. These are the things we are going to discuss in this topic today. First of all, what is Ladki Bahin Yojana? Why it is in the news? First of all, the Mukhyamantri Mahi Ladki Bahin Yojana is a welfare scheme launched by the Maharashtra government to empower the women economically, improve their health and nutrition, and strengthen the role within the family. And initiated in the year of 2024, the scheme provides the eligible women, which is a monthly financial assistance of 1,500 to through direct benefit transfer. The timing and implementation of the Mukhyamantri Machi Ladki Bahin Yojana in Maharashtra have sparked the debate about its overall the effectiveness of the underlying intent about the scheme. First of all, this is a scheme for empowering the women. The schemes seek to improve the women's economic independence, health, and also decision making power within the financial inclusion. And also, there's many arguments in favor of the scheme. First of all, there is a democratic process offering the welfare schemes, be it any time, ensures accountability as a political parties must show the tangible benefit to win the public trust. It demonstrated government's intent to address the women's issues, including the economic inequalities and also empowering women. Women often engage in unpaid domestic work. This scheme recognizes their contribution by providing the monetary support, financial empowerment to enable women to make independent choices, potentially improving their quality of life. The third thing is targeted spending. The studies have shows that women tend to prioritize family welfare and also especially nutrition, education. When given financial autonomy, the scheme can address the gaps of the women's health and also family nutrition. So these are the main arguments which favor of the scheme. There is many arguments against this scheme. First is voter manipulation, accounting that direct cash benefit close to the election may influence the voter behavior, reducing the focus of the long-term governance and also lack of long-term impact. That's the direct cash transfer provide the short-term relief but do not address the systematic issues such as skill development or employment opportunities. Such schemes is a risk fiscal strain without ensuring the sustainable benefit for the recipient. And also there is a misuse of the fund. In some cases, fund may not be used by women for their intended purpose, especially in patriarchal settings. There is a husband of families may control the money. Banking and accessibility issue. There is a rural area often lacks sufficient banking infrastructure, which leads to the delays and challenges in accessing benefits. And also connectivity and awareness remain significant barriers to the efficient delivery of direct benefit transfer and also loss of dignity. Unlike employment linked schemes such as NG and RIGA, direct cash assistance lacks the dignity which associated the earning through work. And also there is a recipient may feel that complacent in reducing the drive for self-improvement and also active participation in the workforce. And also there is a many fiscal implication. Heavy spending of the DPT scheme could limit the resource of essential sector like healthcare, education, infrastructure. This long-term dependency on cash assistance would worsen fiscal deficit without tangible social transformation. There is a many recommendation. That is first of all vision-driven implementation. There is a scheme should focus on the long-term aspects of two like creating systematic change in the society such as addressing the gender role and also increasing the women's participation in the workforce and also integration with other schemes that link the scheme with skill development education and also health initiative to ensure the comprehensive empowerment. And also we need to monitor and evaluate that mechanism to be fund utilization monitored regularly and ensure it reaches the intended beneficiary and achieve the goals. And also we need to focus on the fiscal approach that ensure the cash assistance does not compromise the investment or other critical welfare areas which maintain the fiscal disciplines. First of all, there is a development. The number of beneficiary has decreased approximately 5 lakh bringing the total of 24.1 million. This reduction is due to the stricter eligibility verification process. The government has clarified the fund already dispersed is ineligible beneficiary will not be reclaimed. So this is the problem today. Thank you so much.